I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this is your Lake of the Ozarks News Update, brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com, and sponsored by Yacht Club Power Sports and Quick Car in Osage Beach.
Today we're going to be talking about music ringing through the Ozark Hills.
Someone else is using your cell phone, and you probably didn't know it.
The cops are cracking down on seatbelt use at the lake.
The muscle car you can win for $20. A new feature for the news, Bob's no-wake zone boating tip, and lots more. Plus, we'll take a look at events coming to the lake this weekend. All that coming up after a message from Yacht Club Power Sports.
It's time to have some fun on land with Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides available at Yacht Club Power Sports of Osage Beach. New and used models available. Come and check out the all-new models to get you ready for the fall. Yacht Club Power Sports is the only authorized Can-Am dealer at the Lake of the Ozarks. Have some serious fun with the Can-Am Maverick Max or check out the Outlander 1000 XMR. Stop by Yacht Club Power Sports, your Can-Am and Sea-Doo provider of mid-Missouri.
The hills will soon be alive with the sound of music. It's not the Alps of Austria, but the rolling hills of the Lake of the Ozarks. Local entrepreneurs are working to open the Ozarks Amphitheater, formerly known as Stone Ridge. The open-air venue seats over 10,000 people, and it's been closed for a while. But with the growth of Highway 5, local investors saw an opportunity. The plan is to open the amphitheater this July, and they'll be bringing a variety of music in their first season, from tribute bands to blues, with the goal of attracting event promoters. There's even a plan for a music and movie mashup, where a movie is played on stage with a live band performing songs from the film's time period or even songs from the movie itself. The performance schedule will be posted in the coming weeks at ozarkamphitheater.com, and you can also check them out on Facebook.
And here's a story about a local musician who's making a difference. Aiden Rotman is 16 years old. He lives in Versailles, and he's currently recording his first album. Aiden says he makes music to help people who have hit rock bottom. He started playing guitar after one of his friends suddenly died of a brain aneurysm. He wrote his first song, Generations Lost, in tribute to that friend, and many songs on Aiden's upcoming album were inspired by real-life events, people he knows who need to hear an encouraging word. If you would like to know what that sounds like, you can hear him live on Mondays and Thursdays at the Love Light Coffee Shop. That's on the square in Versailles.
Dogwood Elementary students raised thousands of dollars last month to fund research and education for heart disease. February is American Heart Month, and the American Heart Association reached out to the Camdenton School District to see if students would participate in Jump Rope for Heart. They did, and they didn't just jump rope, they jumped on agility ladders and trampolines too. The students and families who got involved were able to raise a total of $4,400 for the American Heart Association.
Did you know you're not alone when you're using your cell phone? While you're making phone calls, or even while the phone sits idle in your vehicle or in your purse or wherever, government and private organizations are using it to track traffic problems and measure demographics. One of the companies that offers the software to do that is called AirSage, and they've been pounding the pavement here at the lake. Companies made a presentation to the Council of Local Governments last fall, and depending on who you ask, you get a different take on whether the program is useful or intrusive. For their part, AirSage says their data they collect is totally anonymous, and it doesn't interfere with the performance of your device. And while the program hasn't caught on here at the lake, the Missouri Department of Transportation uses a similar one to monitor traffic patterns and keep their traffic map updated. When LakeExpo.com asked readers what they thought, about 58% said they weren't crazy about the idea, even though it's anonymous. To read more or take that poll, check out the article at LakeExpo.com.
After 11 years of working to get a sewer project funded, the Rocky Mount Sewer District will break ground in early April. The $4.7 million Phase 1 project will be funded in part by a $3 million state grant. That comes from the Department of Natural Resources, and it's not finalized quite yet, but the district engineer says it's just a matter of filling out the paperwork. Phase 1 will connect 255 users, taking them off their private septic systems. Water quality authorities agree that moving from septics to central sewer means a cleaner lake. The project contract requires the work to be completed in 1 year, with a 9-month deadline on the construction of the wasteline treatment plant.
Starting next week, local police will be cracking down on seatbelt use around the lake. It's part of a 2-week mobilization that will include increased enforcement and education. Statistics show that teenagers are the least likely to use their seatbelts. Officials estimate only about 2/3 of Missouri teens are buckling up when they get in the car. Consequences can be deadly. 8 out of 10 teenagers killed in traffic crashes are unbuckled. But no matter what your age, please stay safe and stay out of trouble and buckle up.
Also, for driver safety, police will be out in force this weekend for St. Patrick's Day. They'll be on the lookout for signs of drunk driving. Last year on St. Patrick's Day, 247 people in Missouri were arrested for driving while intoxicated, and that can spell some serious consequences for those folks, including jail time, the loss of a driver's license, and financial costs. Later in the program, we'll be talking about one way to have a fun St. Patrick's Day at the lake without getting behind the wheel.
More on that in a moment, but first, the secret is no longer secret. Lake Ozark Daybreak Rotary is giving away a 2014 Chevy Camaro. You might have seen it if you shopped at Hy-Vee in Osage Beach this month. The muscle car greets you when you walk in the front door. No, it doesn't talk to you, but the Rotary Club gives away a muscle car every year at the Magic Dragon Street Meet Car Show. It's one of their biggest fundraisers, and if you want a chance to win, you can buy a raffle ticket from Hy-Vee, Hewlett Chevrolet, or Quick Car. That's in Osage Beach. The winning raffle ticket, right, a number, will be announced on May 3rd from the main stage at 5 p.m. during the Magic Dragon Street Meet. Tickets are $20, and if you want to see the car in action, check it out this weekend at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Lake Ozark. Well, there is a lot happening at the lake this weekend, and we'll preview those events in a moment along with our new feature, Bob's No Wake Zone, after a message from Quick Car in Osage Beach.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car, quick, easy, and professional every time.
Do you have all the required safety equipment aboard your vessel? Is everything in working order or serviceable? The Missouri State Highway Patrol Water Patrol Division inspects thousands of vessels annually. The complimentary inspections determine if all of your equipment complies with state law. Now, some of the things they inspect include your certificate of number, your registration, and if you're displaying those numbers in the proper order. Personal flotation devices are checked for accessibility, serviceability, proper size, quantity, and type. They'll also check the horn or other sound-producing device, a bell on vessels over 40 feet in length. Now, fire extinguishers are checked for proper size, type, and the number that you have on board, and if they're adequately charged. They will check blowers and ventilation, mufflers, outboard motors for registration, decal, and also the motor serial number. Now, if you have a marine head or two on board, those will also be checked for proper operation and storage of waste. And finally, the navigation lights will be checked. Now, upon completion of that safety inspection, the vessel's owner is awarded a safety inspection decal. That'll be placed on your boat by the inspecting officer. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary in your area will also provide free safety inspections. Just call a chapter and request an inspection. Boat with confidence and have a safe boating year by having your vessel inspected before you launch this spring or commission this spring. That's today's boating safety tip. Hope you'll listen to my radio show, Bob's No Wake Zone Boating Radio Show, Saturday mornings, 7 to 8 on News Talk KRMS. And until next time, we'll see you out on the lake.
Whether you're Irish or not, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend at the lake, and there's plenty to do. It starts with a parade on the water. The St. Patrick's Water Parade is on Saturday morning, beginning with breakfast at 8 o'clock at Captain Ron's. The parade launches at 10, and all are welcome to join in the procession.
For landlubbers, you can still enjoy a float or two at the 31st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade on the Strip in Lake Ozark. It's a good old-fashioned parade with floats, marching bands, and lots of sweets for kids. Many restaurants along the Strip will be offering specials like corned beef and cabbage feast and stuff like that that St. Patrick's Day is famous for.
St. Patrick's Day at the 5th Annual Short Bus Shuffle. It's this Saturday, March 14th on the west side of the lake. 10 restaurants and night spots will offer live entertainment and St. Patrick's Day food and drink specials. In addition, 6 west side lodging establishments will offer special short bus shuffle rates if you make reservations in advance. It's $5 for a wristband to get on the short bus and stay out of the driver's seat for the night. You can pick up a wristband and an event t-shirt at the Lake West Chamber office in Sunrise Beach. Visit the Chamber's website or Short Bus Shuffle Facebook page for more details.
It's the final round of the Silver Cup Chef's Challenge. This weekend, winners from the last 3 competitions will face off in the biggest battle of the lake and the tastiest. It's all happening at Seven Springs Winery on Saturday. The doors open at 11 a.m. The first tasting is at 2 p.m. For $25, you enjoy a winner's meal, and I think we might actually be there.
And if you'd rather just be fishing, well, you have options this weekend. The Anglers in Action Bass Tournament is on Saturday beginning at 6:30 a.m. and the Bass World Sports Tournament begins at 7 a.m. on Saturday. Both tournaments will launch from Public Beach number 2. That wraps up this week's Lake of the Ozarks News Update. I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer. Thanks for watching us on Como Connect Channel 90, and watch us anytime on mylaketv.com, and we'll see you next time.